It's week 1 of the NFL, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Eagles and the Patriots, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, it's the opener of the 2023 NFL season, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the New England Patriots. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Well, CD, new season is here. Lions and Chiefs got it going on Thursday night. You and I were there. What a scene that was. But now here we are a few days later on Sunday, looking at two teams with great expectations here to begin 2023.
It's always fun to get a new season started, isn't it, partner? Because everyone feels like they've got a shot at the defending champs. They think that they can be the new champs. And here we are getting things going. Let's have some fun.
Eagles ready to defend their NFC crown. The 2023 season underway from Foxborough. The Patriots offense set to go to work with Mac Jones at quarterback in his third season now out of Alabama.
It was a much rockier season for Jones in his second year, and he even had to survive a brief challenge to his starting job. This is a big campaign for the former Rookie of the Year runner-up. He wants to get back.
Throwing Jones. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Well, this really an interesting matchup here in week 1. Of course, you got the Super Bowl 52 rematch to talk about. No Nick Foles or Tom Brady on the field today, but for the Eagles, it's been a long wait to get back at it again since the loss to the Chiefs back in February.
Yeah, no Zach Ertz. Was it a touchdown? Was it not a touchdown? In New England, they're still upset over that call, but hey, this game is going to be a blast because the Eagles, they didn't feel like they put enough pressure on the quarterback in the Super Bowl. They want to really get after him in this one.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. He'll take it at the 42. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
And we already knew that Hurts was a good quarterback. But last year, he moved to elite status. Under his guidance, the Eagles returned to the Super Bowl and nearly won it. And he's also one of the league's most dangerous players. Thrown for 38 touchdowns his last 2 seasons and run for another 23.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple. Hurts sets up to throw it. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. DeAndre Swift, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd down and 2. They'll try and run here with Swift. Dances by him. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
1st down, and they go with Swift again. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Hurts. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Buying time to his left. And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And his throw here is incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Now Jones. And that will be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ballgame. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
34 yards to gain that time, another 1st down.
It's got to feel good to hit on one of these in the first quarter of a brand new season. They're hoping this duo can really make some noise this year, and this is a great start. A big play here early in the ball game.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. Devontae Smith from 19 yards away. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary, because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. And now out come the Patriots. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones over the middle, complete. It's Parker. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Back to Stevenson on 1st down.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot 1st down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 9.
At their 49-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Stevenson.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Looking to throw. Jones. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here's Bryce Behringer now.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. This is taken at the 15. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Oh, able to avoid him. And some room to work. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
53 yards for him on the ground in this first quarter. He has been tremendous to start the new year.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Throwing is Hurts.
Eluding the pressure right. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
That's multiple times now he's tagged him with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
Hurts throw complete there to Smith.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 5. Swift going to try up the middle.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Eagles. Dan Arnold, a 24-yard touchdown.
And the Eagles are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bullying his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0.
So an early advantage now, and a good one. 17-0 our score as they kick this one away. Marcus Jones, a return man. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. New England trying to get a place on offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. James Bradbury there to make the tackle. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Back to throw. Jones. Over the middle, he's got Parker. And Parker's going to pick up a Patriots first down as he'll get this up close to the 30-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
A first down carry by Elliott. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That good for 19 and a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Stevenson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 17-0 our score after 1. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run once more with Stevenson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. They did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
22 yards there, a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming.
Play is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So that stems the tide just a little, but this still a 2-touchdown game.
And I think that maybe that was a bit of a calming drive for this offense, and that's exactly what they needed. They were able to move the ball. They did some good things. It's still the second quarter. Plenty of time to go.
This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. DeAndre Swift and the Eagles back out there.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8.
Brings us 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
New England's offense set to go.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 8.
On the counter, Elliott. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive.
He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On the option to give to Swift here.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will be from 56 yards out. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Kicker trot out 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. They go play action here on first down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Hassan Reddick in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Jones over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt.
It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles first down as he'll get this up past the 45. Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And his throw is incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 13.
He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 13-yard line.
Looking to throw. Jones. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Jones.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Patriots send out their punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
No gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll set up a throw, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
That ball was tipped in the air, and while it ultimately fell incomplete, it caused a few anxious moments for the guy slinging it, who's had quite a day. He knows how to get it into the end zone. He's throwing it really, really well, and maybe Lady Luck is on his side because he avoided his first interception of the contest.
That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
Jones now on 1st down. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Patriots. Devontae Parker, 52 yards.
And the Patriots get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did. They didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done.
Chad Ryland now to add the PAT.
And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards.
And Devontae Parker able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start our tour out in the city of Angels, Los Angeles. And it's the Chargers who have the lead with that game getting close to halftime. Austin Eckler with a touchdown run. From there, we head east to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Houston Texans. Dameon Pierce, over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run. Lastly, we're off to the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. See what's happening with the Broncos. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Raiders still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter.
But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Eagles.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10. At the 43.
They'll look to throw. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 31-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On the option to give to Swift here.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
28-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
They're going to look to throw.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Swift again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal. They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown there to make the grab.
And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14.
On the return, Marcus Jones from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Getting set to go again on offense. Here's Devontae Parker now. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Now Jones on third down. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Fielded at the 33. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Out of the gun now on third down.
And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there and in the process picks up the first down.
Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. There to stop him, Juwan Bentley.
From the 46, here's the second down and 9. Once again, it's Swift.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Open man is Duvernay. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12.
From the gun, here's Swift.
Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Even after the penalty, still a full 7 yards to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. Steps away to his left. Shoves him aside. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
They go play action with Hurts.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown.
Devin Duvernay.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field.
They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. Got the connection here to Bourne. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And you start to think if it's going to happen for these guys, it's got to start with this drive. Down 3 scores, they need to start making some inroads. And that'll help the cause there as they pick up good yardage and a 1st down.
Boy, left that first defender grasping at air as he winds up getting a full 8 yards on that play. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Again, it's Stevenson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
And the Patriots, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Stevenson.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Miles Jack there to make the tackle. A 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Foxborough.
Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved.
So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. On the handoff, Stevenson.
And he stopped immediately there. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Jones. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Juju Smith-Schuster, 57 yards. And the Patriots get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the 2nd half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Throwing is Hurts. And that is incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Patriots take over. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. They'll start the drive with Elliott.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
He'll let this go deep for Bourne. He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by James Bradbury.
And the Eagles are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready.
They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 101 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Swift going to try up the middle.
They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to let this slip away.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
So the Patriots coming out now.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down. They'll look to throw again.
Now thrown to Parker, complete on the slant.
That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
That's another Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Back to throw again. And he slings one that's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
On 2nd and 10. Jones. That one complete to Parker. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 24-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw complete there to Smith-Schuster.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Back to throw. Jones. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Hassan Reddick able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
For the field goal, a 53-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will close the gap down to 14.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Gets by him at the 25. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Now that's a killer because you think you've got it absolutely covered, and then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a first down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
Looked like, you're exactly right. Looked like a for-sure stop on 3rd, and then the tables turned.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. They'll run here with Swift. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Hurts.
And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of the Patriots offense ready to go to work once more.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 21-yard line.
Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved. Well, maybe he was going to be involved in that play from his tight end spot, and he jumped.
Yeah, don't tell me that those guys don't like to block. That's what we say about them nowadays in the NFL. But I think he felt he was one of the key pieces in that play and wanted to get out and execute the assignment very fast.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw. Jones. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Off to the races. Inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Mike Gesicki taking it in. And the Patriots have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And out now come the Eagles. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all three timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at early opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
But now he appears to be in some pain. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. A run for the former Seahawk. It's Rashad Penny. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And that should do it. He's got a first down. And the Eagles, they can run it out from here. And they take a knee. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. You can really tell right now both sides have amped up the aggressiveness. That time the offense winning the aggression battle.
And the defense was obviously aiming for the football, maybe a little bit more so than the runner himself, and that's why he was able to break through and get the gain that he did.
And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know, it's really strange. I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice starting back in OTAs. They wanted to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week 1, and one of our early window games here in week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. but everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Eagles, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to